What's up, my loves? It's your girl Diamond. I'm back with my honor review of The Real Housewives of Potomac. This is season 7, reunion part 1. The theme is Miami. Everybody is wearing shades of blue. I will have the reunion looks up on the top. I'll probably give my commentating on how their looks were as the review goes on. But the first, we get the reunion. Um, they opened up with Robin's podcast. You know how she admitted earlier, I think this month, that Juan did have an affair and that she knew about it the whole time while filming. They've gotten over it. And when she explained the situation, it didn't make any sense. Then she was on Andy's Watch What Happens Live. She explained the situation again. It still don't make sense, but it was so convenient of the fact that you had this going on the whole time, but you allowed for Giselle to carry on the narrative that Chris made her uncomfortable. Chris did this and blah, blah, blah. Very convenient that this happened to happen at the same time as you should have opened up what you had going on, but you wanted to combine your storyline to Giselle's about Chris. Sure, fine, whatever. Terrible seating arrangements. We find out that Ashley isn't dating Luke from Summer House anymore because of a separation with Michael, led to that demise. But I mean, this wasn't a long term relationship anyway. This was her first relationship after Michael. And I want Ashley to explore. I want Ashley to be with a woman, actually. That's my dream. So, would they get back together? Who knows? Giselle is also dating somebody from Summer House as well. Ashley introduced them. Anytime it came down to Ashley and Giselle's situation, all I can see is Candiace's face and eyebrows going left and right, and I'm just on the floor laughing. Like, please stop. Stop. Then Robin, a married woman. Candiace, woohoo, up in arms, whatever. I'm like, Candiace, keep the same energy like you have with Giselle and Ashley. Why do you give Robin so much grace and support? Whatever. Andy throws shade at Candace's dress because it's covered in feathers, and he wanted to reference Cookie Monster, but that's like a tie-in to Deborah, Ashley's friend, and that Candace did refer to Cookie Monster. I'm not doing this with Andy. You can go away from me. I'm skipping Robin. I don't care. Karen, she's doing good. Karen was yawning when Robin got married. I mean, when she heard and it's revealed that Robin got married and everything, Karen was yawning. I was done. Mia, whatever. Wendy's health is good. She is drinking water and a combination of tequila and red wine. So, Ashley's storyline, okay? She had a very public split with Michael. And then the LLC buying the house, and everybody wasn't on board with her buying a house with him. I mean, she went to a lawyer. The lawyer told her it was not a good idea. Then in the end, we find out they bought a house, okay? Now, she says it's her house, but Michael bought the house. And he has a key to her home. She has a key to his penthouse. I doubt it. He cannot pop by unannounced at her home. They have to they have to at least give an hour's notice. That's not enough time, especially somebody like Michael. He likes to play games. He wants to still control everything. Like, you need to have something more concrete than an hour's notice, because he feels like since he bought the house, that could still give him the ability to pop up whatever he wants to. Like, for real, like, please. I ain't gonna do nothing unless you got a legal binding document that he cannot stop by my house until he gives me a moment's notice, a call. It's right here in his contract. I have it in writing. That's what you need, okay? Um, with her relationship with Luke ending, it was because Michael was making it difficult, okay? There was a incident where Michael was supposed to keep the kids the whole weekend, but he couldn't handle it. He only had them for Friday, Saturday. He dropped them off Sunday. Then Luke was over at Ashley's house. She kicked Luke out. Why? Because that wasn't the right time. And she was only dating Luke for a month. And it wasn't enough time for them to get to know one another and then introduce her kids to him. No. She wanted to respect her kids, respect how they feel, and may wait till the appropriate time to introduce them. But that didn't happen. So, I still find it a convenience that you were supposed to trust Michael to keep the kids, but he couldn't handle it. He couldn't wait to drop them off back to you. And I think he wanted to see what you were doing. While Michael is definitely living his life, he still wants to keep tabs on what Ashley's doing. He probably feels like Ashley cannot move on without him. Obviously, he got her literally by the wallet. You cannot live on unless I'm paying for your life. And if I'm paying for your life, you cannot have nothing else. That's what I'm feeling. So even Luke gave her advice that she needs to enforce stricter boundaries. Man, I feel like Ashley is afraid. No, she should not be afraid of letting Michael know that she's doing this, she's doing that. But since you are dependent upon his pockets, you have to give him that, which I don't like. Um, I wish that she would have realized that she got it on her own and that Michael should not control everything. Michael should not throw it in her face. That if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't have this. I think that's where Ashley is having a hard time letting go. That comfortability, that stability that Michael gave her. Even though he didn't want to be married to her no more, it's still that comfortability she had. So with everything that happened, is there any hope in they getting back together? I don't know. I don't. It's the first relationship she was in, but she ended up falling for him because after getting out of a long committed relationship, being around somebody who gave you attention, affection, communication, commitment, that was a lot happening to her at one time that she hasn't received in a very, very long time. And there's more men out there that would give you the same thing. This was a taste of what you are going to receive later in life. And that's what Candiace wants for Ashley. Candiace wants Ashley to find love with younger men and younger balls. Mm-hmm. So then Andy makes a comparison of Michael. You leave Michael. You're dating somebody. How does he feel? You think he feels a way? I bet he does. Do you know that Michael is dating? She knows Michael is dating, but she hasn't met any of the women. I doubt they're women, allegedly. When is a divorce final? Here go Robin. Once and when a divorce is final, or when can you file for divorce? She could file in February. It's February. I want updates. Then she admitted that the divorce did not work out in her favor. She is not about to receive any money that we thought she was going to receive if their prenup was to expire before the marriage. Nothing. Okay. So the money that Michael made before the marriage, during the marriage, is his. Nothing. All the money that he put into other investments, other properties are in his name. No connections to Ashley. Ashley did not ask to be part of his connections as far as like his real estate, the hotels, the restaurants. She did not put herself in that involved at all. She just stayed at the penthouse without knowledge of anything that he was doing with his money. So in hindsight, with nothing, she is not allowed to get no lump sum, no alimony. I don't like Robin's face because Robin, your situation is confusing as well. So shut up. So she signed it all away. Maybe it might be a better decision down the line that she didn't want nothing from him, but she still is, entangled with him by that damn house. So Karen thought, is there a way that you can touch the money that he did not invest in? Could that be yours? She said her prenup was ironclad. I want to know how ironclad. But there will be safety nets involved. Like if she's having difficulties with supporting herself financially, she could receive spousal support. Don't know how much that is. Don't know how much Michael has made and how much he's worth. I was like, what the hell? But either way, she got them kids. She's entitled to get something, okay? Now, I'm just like, Ashley, you are such a disappointment. Why did this have to happen to you, Ashley? I thought that you would have gotten half. You didn't get half? And if you had difficulty supporting yourself, Ashley, you've been on the show since the beginning. You have made buku amounts of money. You gotta have a nest egg somewhere that is untouched. Because obviously we don't, see your business on the show. You have kept that hidden. You are a trained yoga specialist. You have a yoga line that I found. There must be something that is stopping us from seeing it and seeing how much you're actually making. And you probably put it into a clause where Michael can't touch that money. I think that's what it was. If you can't receive the money that he's made during the marriage, then he can't receive any money you've made during the marriage. Because you were making money, but I swear, there's something. Ashley got a nest egg hidden somewhere that we don't know. And she would continuously act like she has fun with the bag, act like she don't know what's going on, act like she did not read the memo, read the prenup, know what words were meant. She gonna keep playing that role. I'm telling y'all, she gotta be. So a commentator thought that the divorce wasn't even real. You know what I'm saying? Because how could you leave because he didn't want to have threesomes anymore? But she wants monogamy. She wants a committed relationship. She's not part of that lifestyle anymore. She's a mother now, and she doesn't want to share. I really do think that her decision to leave is okay. People have left for less and left for more than what they bargained for. Okay, like Mia. So Mia pretty much admitted that the way that she got G is the way she gonna keep G. And Ashley, that's fair. That's you. I mean, all the things that Ashley had to endure with being with Michael, she was like, I have had enough. I have endured enough. And I feel like I'm done. So another commentator said that Ashley, you've made comments about Candiace being the least accomplished person on the show, and now she's flourishing. Her music career is on the way, and look at you have left with nothing. What do you say to that? She apologized to Candiace for saying that. I remember her saying that on the reunion. And she is an accomplished woman. Nobody else can make her feel less than what she's done for herself. I also feel like Ashley can take criticism and have a smile and don't give a fuck. I think that's why, because she took the conversations very, very well. She took the ownership well, her accountability. She came back, but still got egg on her face. I can't fault Ashley for standing up for what she did and own up to what she's done, but still be like, and now what? I'm like, I can't fault her for that. She takes criticism well. She takes being called stupid, a bimbo, a bulbous football head. She takes it well. I ain't gonna lie. So then they start another conversation. How Candiace felt like it is so funny when I got introduced to the group, I was made fun of for my mother helping me pay for my home. And Ashley, who is now left with nothing and has to depend on Michael, I feel like I'm in a better position. Okay. And with the statement of you're an adult, I think at some point you should fend for yourself and have your mother fend for you is questionable. But at the same time, though, Ashley, you have decided to let an older man lay up under you, try to secure a bag, had children, and you left with nothing. I think that I would rather have my family, who has had money from the beginning, bless me with the ability to have my own home where I did not have to worry about it. And until I came to my own financial standpoint where I could buy my own home myself, I would take that. I would take my mother's help than an old man's help. I would than a slimy man like Michael. I would rather have my mother take care of me well within my 30s than to set out to trick a man into taking care of me. And in the end, I end up with nothing. Sorry. Candiace eloquently read Ashley about the fact that you're hating on my generational wealth, that your husband decided to put in contract to distract you from obtaining that yourself, and that by the time your kids are in your 30s, they will have their own home. Ashley said, my kids will have a home in their name by the time they're 30. But Ashley did not cast the shade that Candiace said. Your husband putting a whole bunch of words in that prenup, a whole bunch of words in the clause that prevented you from obtaining generational wealth for yourself, for your family, for your future kids until this day now. He has blocked you from ever obtaining generational wealth for yourself. From the point where your mother's living in a tent, under a bridge, all that's and that. Now, she said she filing in February. She will keep the last name for her kids. I ain't mad at that. Then she wanted to clarify that this moment that she had throughout the season, that Michael is a good dad, but the fight that she had with him about Dean telling him to stop, she wanted to say he's great and they're building to become better co-parents. Sure, fine. She just had to say that. I really do think that Michael got something on her. He has probably something that he can add at any time. That Ashley is unfit. She's loose. She's all over the place. He gonna say something. That's why she's always so quick to come back and defend him, because he got her by the purse strings, literally. So there was another break. Ashley told Giselle that her and Luke got into it for a little bit. He didn't want to come out to see her, and she's already talking to somebody new. Happy for that. And maybe she should get divorced first, divorced completely. Then you can go out and fully date, because there's no telling what Michael would do to paint her out to be a different type of person than we see her today. Mia, Lord, we get into Mia's story, okay? How she had the cancer, no cancer posed, the type of questioning by Robin and Giselle, the very inappropriate questioning, going back and forth, seeing different specialists, different people. Come to find out she had a damn rash. Then her moving into a home, renovated a home that she rented, and then got kicked out of that same home. So now that she's healthy and cancer free, Ashley was like, I would love to be on this roller coaster ride of finding out for your health, make sure you're okay. But I don't want to get on the wrong train and help you or defend you or fight for you if this isn't what I should fight for. So I didn't get what she said. She had some sarcosis, something, the lymph node she had in her butt. It was another lymph node somewhere. and it didn't spread. She does have tissue growing in her reproductive organs. She is on medication that can shrink the tissue down before it could be a full-on hysterectomy like Giselle had. Um, she is afraid of that because that can make you feel like not a woman anymore, that my female organs are taken out of me. Um, then going down this rabbit hole of you didn't find out you had cancer, but you found something else. I don't know. I don't believe anything she says. Knowing that Mia has had multiple surgeries, could it be something that was a side effect, something that grown in your body after these surgeries, something that you did not officially properly care for? You know what I'm saying? You didn't do no self medication, no self care, no massaging of the tissue so that it could move flowy, it could move naturally out the body. Because I've seen so many botched K Michelle story in Lifetime where there are a lot of side effects, a lot of things that can happen in the human body when you get foreign objects put inside you, like getting breast implants, the foreign object go inside your ass and your hips and your face, your fillers, your Botox. There's foreign objects in your body that is not reacting to how your body is. And I think that the foreign object was fighting her body. Her body was fighting off the foreign object and it was affecting her body where it had this rash and then this disease or something that was happening in her body. So breast implants can only cause that kind of like, sarcosis in the breast. It's something like that. Um, as you can see, I'm like filming through this because I didn't care. Me alive. I don't care. Wendy. We get to Wendy's hot mic moment that she backtracked that she didn't believe Mia. Mia was lying. And when Robin said that you were lying too, but I'm like, okay, she lied. She admitted she lied. She even said on Twitter, oops, you caught me, Ann. Y'all never believed Mia anyway. So why y'all trying to like come at Wendy as if you were being this way and being that way? Mia want to call her fake. She a snake in the grass. Girl, good night, goodbye. I said, Robin, please, you want to now put Wendy out into the crossfire because you want to still cover up how your approach to asking her about her cancer post was wrong because you believe Giselle and you were on Giselle's side about how she approached it. I'm like, girl, bye. Bye, 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 bye. And, Wendy going up and down with you were seeing a psychologist, oncologist for cancer, a dermatologist for the skin. Then Mia said something about how my opportunist husband wasn't in the hospital with me where he could prove that I wasn't lying. And Wendy said, "Oh, girl, I'm so sorry that your husband wasn't there for you, like my husband was for me. Maybe your next husband will be." Next question, Andy. Shay cleared her. Next, Mia. Then we get to them losing the business. Okay, they were locked out of the bank account early in the season. I thought you were the CEO. I know a CEO could be locked out of her own business. Her brother-in-law is part owner. If you're a partner, that means you have the ability to take someone off a bank account. Giselle, Ashley, and Wendy both believe that's not true. How can someone be a partner if you're a CEO and you guys both names on the account? He has the ability to take your name off an account? No, that's not true. Mia lied again. There were several members on the board. They had a meeting where they revoked access and they added a third member. I don't know. I lost count. The math was not mathing. Then they had a meeting where they wanted to vote against another member. It was Gordon who they wanted to vote out. Okay, I don't understand. And maybe there was them being afraid of another heavy hitter coming to the fold that Mia and Gordon was using. He has a lot of connections, so he wanted to push him out the company before they got rid of them. I don't know. But you are a CEO. How can your vote not be counted when it comes to your husband getting voted out? Don't make sense. Even if you're a president, how much she owns in the company, she owns more than what she says, but there's two different types of members. There's gold memberships and I guess there's silver memberships. One has more power than the other. I don't know. But you are just a vote versus other people who have votes, but yet your vote doesn't hold more weight because you are more percentage owner than everybody else. So it didn't make sense. They want to understand. Now they really do, but it's just kind of like the more you talk, the more it sounds stupid. And I feel like you are around a bunch of women who do have businesses besides Robin and Giselle. Wendy, she's a businesswoman. Candiace got her master's in business. And Karen, she has a very profitable business line. So you are around a bunch of women, besides Robin and Giselle, that knows about business. And they're laughing because they feel like that's not what happens, okay? And then she's in her feelings that they're laughing, that I'm not about to speak when these girls want to laugh because they don't understand about how to run a company. They don't get it. I'm like, girl, please. You was just laughing at Ash's situation. Robin, so was you. Now because you cannot handle how it's your turn in the hot seat, that you don't get to, deal with how they coming at you. You can't handle constructive criticism. You can't handle the laughing. Please. Mia, bye, bye. So again, trying to understand how she is a managing partner and that she still owns part of the company, but it's best that they sell the company. Because since there isn't any money coming in, they have to sell it and hope they can get a profit of their investment. Giselle wants to know, were you guys spending money from the business to fund your life? I mean, you did spend $70,000 in renovations at that rental property. Were you guys spending money from that account that you shouldn't have touched? That's why you got locked out, because it's given embezzlement. I was like, ooh, bold, but wondering. I mean, you were making money off the show. Were you using the money that you made from the sales of the chiropractic business? Like, were you spending money from the business account versus in your personal account? I want to know. I mean, hey, like, what's up with that? Um, Mia said if I was embezzling, I would have kept that quiet. But there was a reason why you guys were cut off. Why is that? So, from the post that Mia put out, they were not living in that home anymore. They're back in the penthouse. They are downsizing. They're living off their savings. Now, she was working out as a marketing director, but since there weren't any money coming in, she has to stop that job. And they owned, no. They were renting several properties in the area. And when she said she was bi-coastal, from they said Charlotte and Maryland. Wendy said, Charlotte and Maryland run the same coast. I was on the floor. I love that Wendy came in with the geographic of everything. So having multiple properties was a lot. They could not afford to keep up with them. So they just stopped renting them and focused on one property. Since there was no money coming in, she cannot keep her $40,000 a month income. And where is the money coming from? From different areas. Okay, obviously money from the show. I don't know if she had any other investments happening. I don't know, but child, that is interesting. Now, Giselle is a nutcase. Okay, they break off of Mia. We're getting into another break. Giselle's a nutcase. Okay, Andy was on the phone with Giselle. Her daughter was on the phone, FaceTiming her, driving, and she was very inappropriate with him. He was inappropriate back about how has he ever been with a woman? And he said, no, I have not. I'm 54. I would love to experience being with a woman. She said that if you have, no. She said, if you don't do it by the time I'm 60, I'll do it. HR, harassment, civil lawsuit right here. Why would you openly invite your puss to give Andy his first experience as a woman, his first experience with a woman, by the time you 60 and he's 54? Giselle, this is not funny. This is not funny. How can Giselle get away with having conversations like this and not get questioned? Andy, come on now. This was not fun to watch. And they caught it on camera. I want to know how you going to feel when someone wants to say, how did you feel when Giselle had that conversation with you? I want to know how you going to say. Anyway, we get to Candiace, okay? We talk about her flourishing career as a artist, graduating from college, going through her IVF journey. Then we get to the allegations led by Giselle the whole entire time about Chris made her uncomfortable and blah, blah, blah. And then after the season wrapped, Chris sent Giselle a long message that he hasn't had a chance to talk to her, but everything that transpired what made him hesitant. But he said, I apologize if I made you feel away. She accepted the apology and wanted to say that was him admitting that he did something when he didn't. He didn't do nothing. You saying that he apologized to you was an admission of him feeling sorry about what he did to you by making you uncomfortable. But he said, if I made you uncomfortable, I'm apologizing. He did not make you uncomfortable, but he felt like if you were uncomfortable, was not my intention, I apologize. So then, throughout that, you can't use that, Giselle. That's not an admission of guilt. That's him just saying, my bad. You felt that way. It wasn't my intention. It's not him admitting that he did anything. Of course, the text was sent weeks before everything that transpired onto the show with the multiple allegations led by Giselle, Ashley's friend, Mia, and so forth. And then Candiace is calling Giselle out for adding things that were not said and that were not talked about. How you calling him a sneaky link, which you did. You did. You said that many men have tried you, many married men have tried you, and you thought that he was with it. You said that. You don't remember what you said? And Ashley's friend, how you put him in a situation where he touched you, where he didn't touch you, and that he wanted to have a conversation with you. I mean, Chris was like trying to have a conversation with you about Candiace and how you are treating Candiace, and you like ignored that and wanted to place where he had you in a room by yourself. Like when I said you called him a sneaky link, which you did. And then when she said, I'm apologizing to you, it wasn't saying, I'm sorry, Candiace, for saying it. It's, I'm apologizing to you. And I wouldn't accept that either. She's not saying she apologized to me. And even Ashley, she had to say that Giselle comes in and adds sauce to things. The fact that you know that and Giselle has admitted that, that's not a friend. I would not ever be with someone. If I tell them things, they will flip it, add more to it, and I'm now in a crossfire of things that I didn't say because my friend will likely exaggerate things that can definitely put me in a bad situation. So then, when it came down to Giselle adding sauce about Deborah, saying how Deborah said that Chris touched her, both Deborah and Ashley said in that scene that he did not touch her. He leaned on the bar. So Deborah, you are not, no, girl, bye, because this is not the lane for you. Ashley, I don't know if you're still friends with Deborah or not. You should not be friends with her. If you put her up to this, fuck you. Giselle, fuck you. So after having the last reunion, Robin was told by Giselle, Chris wanted to have a conversation, right? And Robin, oh God, to hear that that wasn't the issue in the conversation, Giselle feeling uncomfortable, it's not a problem. The thing about it is, like Candiace said, had you told me when it happened, we would have addressed it. It would have been a done deal, moved on situation that wasn't big, didn't have to grow legs or nothing. But you waited 5 months and made that your storyline and added other things about my husband. So take that apology and shove it up your ass, all up in your ass, like Chris Tucker said. Shove it up in there. I wouldn't have done that either. They going back and forth with who asked who to go into the room. Was it Chris? Was it Giselle? Who knows? Giselle, you said so many shit. You remember what you said? Good thing we have cameras. They have caught everything. So we're going to hear from Chris later on about who said what. Did you say go to her room or did she say go to her room? Let's know. Why would he lie? And Candiace got emotional because she had a successful egg retrieval. They've had 6 embryos, and it was a beautiful moment. And Candiace was being called out by a commentator by defending her husband. But why would you say that Giselle said he sexually assaulted her, or why did you agree or get mad that Giselle said he sexually assaulted her? Because he did. No, because she said he did. Like when she made up a lie that Ashley's friend, Deborah, said that he touched her when that didn't happen. And Giselle the one take accountability. She wants to say that everybody has talked about other people, everybody has done this and that. But Candiace wants to say, no, 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 no. You are the common denominator. You have said a lot of things about other people's husbands. It's been coming from you this whole time. This whole time. Which is the truth. She did it last season with Eddie. And Giselle will never stop mentioning Michael. She will never stop mentioning Ray. Like, so we can miss me with that. And here go Robin. Can never let Giselle stand on her own shit. Let her sit in that hot seat. Let her feel the burn. Wants to now say, let's put it out there that a married man should not be in a hotel with a single woman. Really, Robin? Just like how it didn't make sense for your man, who you were engaged with, have a very committed relationship with, is it also weird how it don't make sense for him to pay for the woman's hotel if he'd never been with her, if he never met her and was not in a relationship with her? That don't make no sense either, Robin. Because that's stupid. Why would someone that's not in a relationship with somebody pay for a hotel room? That's stupid. And this man was an engaged man, a committed man. Fuck you, Robin. That's stupid. Shut up, Robin. Shut up. That's stupid. We're not about to go back in time where men and women cannot be in a room together where it doesn't lead for them having sexual interactions, a sexual conversation, a sexual nothing. We're not stupid, okay? And we're talking about Chris. Chris has known them for years. Why would he put himself in a situation where he could ruin what he has with Candiace? He loves Candiace. He's faithful to Candiace. So why would he ever do that? That's dumb. That's stupid, 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 stupid. That's stupid. That's stupid. Just like Eddie. Eddie is very committed to Wendy. He would never do that to Wendy. That's stupid. Okay? Stupid. Typical Giselle. Can't take the heat. Want to bring everybody else in the conversation to avoid what she has done, avoid what she has said. And Candiace said, you have had a lot to say about other men on this show. While everybody has had conversations, you're the one who started. You're the one who keep bringing it up. That's you. You've done it for several seasons. No, so we're not about to say this is an all lives matter moment where everybody else is taking account. Everybody else has said things. Okay, yes, fine, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about Giselle. Giselle is the main common denominator of every conversation that's been said about somebody's husband. Because she wants to avoid her shit. Who is she dating? Yeah, we got about her dating someone from some summer house. Will that be part of season 8? I would love for her to get questioned about what's going on in that relationship. Love to know. So again, like Candice said, you waited for an opportunity to express it. You did. You waited for an opportunity until you heard from Ashley that she heard it, that she felt that she got a DM for Chris. Then a light bulb went in your head to say, cool, I got it. What I felt in that hotel, it wasn't nothing, but I can make it something. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make it seem as if he did something. Candice said, you know what? Wendy, no. Wendy said, listen, we can give you the benefit of the doubt that you were in an uncommon situation. We can. Wendy said, being a part of this show, the viewers, we would love to give you the benefit of the doubt that you are within your right to feel the way that you felt, but it's hard to give you that when it's become a pattern. For you to only want to talk about things like this when the cameras are rolling. And that's the agree. I agree with that. You give this energy when the cameras start rolling, when this all could have been addressed before the camera started rolling. But since you don't have anything going on in your life, you have to use what happened in that moment to use it for your benefit. All right. Now, Candiace called out that she has seen Giselle multiple times before the season started and everything. You went to her album release party. Giselle wants to ask Stu about saying, you think I would have told you about that when you were performing? I would never have done that. No. You couldn't tell me when it was about me that you wanted me to have my day, but it was about my husband, and you waited until you got on camera, motherfucking television, to tell me that? See, you're not smart. You're not smart, okay? There could have been multiple ways you could have told me that off camera, and how we've been having multiple events. We've been spending time together. You couldn't have told me this. You had to wait till we get on camera. Please, Giselle, we have read your play. We've read everything you've done. Please, we know you by the book by now. So your whole purpose was to malign yourself and put your nose in other people's business, fuck other people's family, and lie on other people's family because your dwindling uterus was waiting on you. Period. Girl, you had a whole hysterectomy you had to deal with. We could have talked about that. Nobody gave a damn, no disrespect, about your daughters. Your daughters don't want to fool with you in this scene. They look so damn lost. They look so irritated. Why are we talking to her? We don't speak to her. We don't like her. I mean, we love her, but why is she dragging us in this? We don't want to. Talk about something else. Don't bring us into it. That's what her girls are giving me. And her mentioning her uterus because you don't have one anymore. Okay, you had a hysterectomy. Sorry. Sorry. I'm with Candiace for this type of read. I am. I'm here for it. I don't feel no way. I don't feel no damn candy ship. Nope. I'm all in for Candiace, going all the way down to the hell ground to give Giselle that read because she fucking deserved it. We're gonna get the same thing next episode because fuck you, Giselle. You had nothing going on but to align yourself to pay now Chris to be this narrative. I cannot wait for him to get on stage to talk about how what he's been dealing with his bullshit. But y'all, that's it. That's all I have. Please stay tuned for next video, and I'm gonna see you guys later. Bye.